Hey guys, Czar checking in with you. Hope all is well. Just came off this trade earlier on. There's a 65-point winner on the Dow, shorting from up here, overextended, or at least extended, pulling back to around Vwap or close enough for a nice 65 points. I'm going to leave that in there. I'll leave that marker in there. I want you to see the trade idea is kind of forming here if we do form anything in real time. Looking now actually to consider a long. Taking this thing back up, and I'm going to explain to you why in a moment. First of all, I'm going to show you the trade, because I think I'm going to enter it pretty darn soon here. As a matter of fact, right now, bear with me. Going over my own platform here. I'm losing out a little bit here. If it pulls back, I'm going to hit this thing at the market. Need to pull back. All right, just entered at the market, guys, right now. That wasn't the fill that I wanted. As a matter of fact, that was a good 27, quite a few points higher than I wanted. Here's my fill right there on my platform. And stop is going here. I'm going to show you why I'm doing this. Bring this thing back to Vwap again, right? Now, looks kind of random, doesn't it? I'm going to explain to you why it's not. Basically, a one-to-one stop. I'm going to show you why it's not as random as it appears on the surface. Why would I expect this thing to go up instead of down from here? Well, let me take you to a different screen. This is my trading screen. 30-minute chart, guys. 30-minute chart. Is anything making sense to you now here when we look at this? Notice key support here before and into Asia this morning. By the way, this is Asian background. This is London. This is New York. These different colors. Asia, London, New York. Before and into Asia, key support. Try to rally did rally the entire time. And then meandered through most of London, sold off into pre-New York. Rallied, sold off, rallied, sold off, rallied, sold off into more of a grinding sell-off here, but these were barcodes. It was a very, very messy New York session up until now. Now we're in power hour. It's 3:03 p.m. So we're into the last hour of the day, and we found, well, we've kind of tapped back into, let's call it support here. The reason I'm calling it support, guys, is because it is. Okay, I'm going to ignore this one. We're going to use the most recent key support here, and the trade idea is to at least come back up to fill this candle body here, and I'm counting on a little bit more to actually fill this wick as well. I'm not even asking for it to go all the way back to the top of the range here, which it may in fact do. My trade is from here to here. It's the most certain move, and there's nothing certain about trading, but as moves go, that to me is the most certain move here, and the one that I'm looking to nail down. So far, it's not working out very well. But give it a moment. Boom. This is the, I don't know why I said boom, just random. Trying to get my, all these different buttons working here, making sure that you're looking at the same screen that I am. Very dry throat today, guys. I apologize for my voice. A little raspy today. I got the, the heaters going here in winter, and probably need a bit more humidity in here, although I have those too, but they don't always do the job that my throat needs. All right, guys, so here's what I'm going to do. We're in this trade, at least I'm in this trade, and I'm going to put you on pause. I'll bring you back as this thing materializes. All right, pause now. Here we go. All right, guys, we're back, and you see we're actually driving down here a little bit, and so that's not the idea that I had. Now, I want to just explain to you again, excuse me, why we're doing this. With the rejection, of course, earlier, and all these rejections here, and then there was a really strong attempt to break down through here, hitting resistance or support that goes way back to here, and rejecting hard. And then with all of these barcodes, right, the rally, the rejection, the rally, the sell-off, the rally, and the grinding sell-off, this is a longer, drawn-out, protracted sell-off. And very often after you've seen this kind, it's almost like a a bow and arrow, like a bow is being pulled back. It's being pulled back, pulled back, pulled back slowly and gradually. Rejection, and then a snapback, or at least a little retracement at the very least. And that's what I'm counting on here. And again, this whole trade is really just taking me up to here, right on the 30-minute. But what that looks like, see, I'll give you the number is 668. See that there? The number over here is 668. When I take you back over to Vwap, you'll see that that's 668. Right? It's right there. Right there. And here we go. There's the move. Watching now. It's a part of it. And so it might not make sense just looking at this random stuff that you're seeing here, but now we're seeing this thing push up a little bit. Need to go quite a bit further. Looking for 668 here, guys. Wants to move. Now, I will remind you that, of course, there's rejection here on the micro scale too, on the 1 minute. Rejection, rejection, rejection. So there are selling forces in here, and they're all situated in this zone right here. And so as prices get up into this area, it's going to be more difficult to get through, unless there's really a concerted effort amongst the bulls to drive that thing through. Let's see what happens here. But again, as I mentioned in the last few videos, certainly yesterday, this idea of building a trade idea and putting together confluences and things that are all kind of telling you the same thing. And there are, I mean, you can come up with an idea with 10 to 11 or 12 or 14 confluences, and I've had these just to see how many confluences I can build a case around, and the market still does the opposite and takes you out at stop loss. Sorry guys, I just had to mute you again there and cough. My throat. It's the dry air again. All right, watching this now, guys. Being patient. Patient, patient, patient. Amateur would take profits now because they're nervous about this up here. They would want to get the win under their belt instead of maximizing the potential for a win. Being willing to give it all back. And that's necessary if the math is to work over the long term. We are not wired for the long term, guys. We're wired for short-term preservation of ego, self-esteem, self-worth, confidence, all of those things, right? And that does not lend itself well to trading at all. Watching this thing now, trying to drive up from here, guys. It's trying. Watching. And to give this thing a little boost, some caffeine. Not happening. See the rejection there, guys? This is what I was talking about in that zone. Right? This is the zone right here where the buyers, or the sellers, pardon me, are getting into action. How do I know? Because they've recently done it. I mean, minutes ago, right? These are 1 minute candles. Rejection, 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 and rejection. We were just hoping that after getting some liquid down here, that we might have enough fuel to get us back up there to the volume weighted average price. We'll see if that can actually play out here. It's taking patience. I would rather have instant gratification. Wouldn't it be nice if trading did that most of the time? Most of the time, this is a waiting game. It's not a instant gratification game. And those who have been doing this for a while absolutely know that. Guys, I'm going to put you on pause, save you the grind here, and I'll bring you back as this materializes. Here we go. Pause. All right, guys, you'll see we're actually rejecting here and driving down. Looks like those forces were, in fact, in play in knocking this thing back. Let's see if we can stay in this. I'm going to bring you back to the trading screen to show you that the idea is still intact here until we break down below. This candle flips blue, that's a whole different story, and I'd be thinking about taking a short there. But for now, we're still intact. Always defer, or at least I recommend most always defer to the higher time frames and look at the structure there, because higher time frames rule. They take precedence over over the lower time frames, right? Meaning this. Oops. Just thought I'd flick over and see what the DAX is doing. I noticed it was down 52 points. Obviously the German market is closed, has been for 4 hours. 4 hours and 17 minutes to be precise. But futures are still trading, of course. All right, guys, put you back on pause and then bring you back. Here we go, guys. Got some movement here after that retracement. Let's see if we can finish this thing off. Why don't I clear this marker? Maybe this marker is actually stopping prices from going up. Is that possible? No. Sometimes your brain works like that, though. Maybe a little superstition. If all of a sudden this rams through, go, wow, maybe it was that marker that was stopping things. You know, some would be thinking that, right? I'll put this one in. So this shows you what I'm talking about, but doesn't actually prevent prices from going up. We need one push here, guys. We need to close above or just a slamming dunk push right through for a nice 35-point trade. Had a 45-point win earlier, and then another one before that, which wasn't video tape, but I sent it to my group very early. I think it was in London, actually. And check that. No, it was only New York. It was 9:48 when I took that trade. Here we go, guys. Watching closely. Watching closely now. I was working on Forex models all through London with another veteran trader. We got some interesting ideas brewing and making those available to the group as well. That's my Telegram group and YouTube description. Feel free to join. If you have a good attitude, love to learn, share ideas, come on by. That's if you can afford it. If you can afford the channel, of course. The price of admission is just to say good morning on the Telegram channel. Good morning, Czar. How are you? Maybe a smiley face or two. That's all I ask. I don't charge for anything. Doesn't mean I won't at some point. I mean, I'm not opposed to charging a fee for value. The important thing is for value, right? There's a lot of scamming going on and nonsense in this business, unfortunately. But I think that people should deserve to be paid if they're delivering value. And I don't happen to charge for anything, but doesn't mean I won't. I will never charge for anything that I've been providing for free up until now. I would never do like a bait and switch or anything like that. Anyway, clearly I'm bored. Just chattering away here. Ignore me. Waiting for this thing to go, guys. Looking for that pop, but here we go. Come on, you can do it. You feel it? Maybe if I change screens, watch, I'm going to flip over here to the other screen. Here, you see this? This is what we wanted, guys, just to fill that wick, right? You think we're going to get it? So close. So close, right? Remember, 669, 668 is right there. That's what we're looking for. The wick, 669. Yep. Struggling, isn't it? All right. I'm going to pause you again, guys. I might miss the actual slam dunk, but that's okay. I'll save you the time. Pause now. Not happening, guys. So again, I put this up here just because it looks artistically correct. The forces, of course, are in this whole zone right here, right? It's this whole area right here. All these this core action happened. Rejection, 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 rejection. All through here, rejection, right? Pretty violent one, actually, on the micro scale. And then another attempt, and we made a really good attempt here, guys. And then rejected again. Let's see if we can get a little bit of juice here. You will see that we got a series of higher highs, right? So, and what I mean by that is this, right? Boom, higher, high, higher low, pardon me, higher low and higher highs. They're both higher lows. Kind of relatively equal high. What we need to see happen now is for this not to go much lower than where it's going right now. If we do that, we've got a problem. See how this is going to react now. I mentioned earlier that we would also have a problem if this white candle flips blue. If that thing turns blue, game over. Got so close, guys. I mean, this is the target right here, right? Right there. See how close we got? A few points, 60, 8 points away. See if we can get a little juice out of this. In terms of symmetry, this is where that bottom should be happening. Think of these as measured moves, right? The problem with this one is that it did not do much, really didn't close above this wick, and then failed and did in fact close several times below that candle, and that's not a particularly good sign. But the sequential wave uptrend is still intact, and that's the saving grace so far. And so now I'm going to pause you guys and bring you back. Pause. Well, let's watch this. See if we can get a spurt rally. Almost sounds rude, but oops, that's not good. That's not good. Let's see if that thing's going to turn and reject and go back up again to a white candle. We certainly need this to hold on a closing basis. If we get a closing candle below this, then it's not looking as pretty. And that looks like something that may in fact happen here in the next 19 seconds. Oops. Undo. Yep. So, watching. What would you do right now? So if we got relatively equal highs here, could we not also have relatively equal lows here? And then this trend to continue? I suppose we could. Not loving that, guys. I'm going to put you on pause and bring you back. Either we're going to get stopped out here or we're going to meander for a while. Pause now. All right, guys, we're back. It seems like we found a little bit of support there at that relatively equal low, shall we call it? So we can make this thing move. Can we make it move? Maybe some extra buying? Maybe I need to buy some more here. I'm not opposed to that. But I want to see a little bit more strength first. Hey guys, I'm back, and I realized that I had my microphone on mute, which is kind of annoying because I was just explaining something to you, but I'll do it now. Looks like we're going to drive up here. I think there's a reasonable chance, is what I was saying, of this filling this wick, at least getting us close to where we want to be in terms of profit. And so what I'm going to do is actually lower my profit target now to 25 points, which is the trail that has already been blazed right here. You know what? No, I think that this thing can reach the original target. I'm just watching it down here now. Yeah, sticking with this, guys. Sticking with this. Here we go. Here we go. Push, push, push. Apologize for having the microphone off there. I'm actually not sure how long it was. I don't think it was too long, but here we go. Wow, that's annoying. So close, guys. Let's clean this up a little bit. I actually don't like messy charts. I like to keep my mind chaos free. And that's full-time job, I can assure you. I'm sure many of you struggle with that too, especially if you're a day trader. I'm primarily a swing and position trader, but I day trade because I can. I've been doing it for a long time, and it's something that it's relatively easy to teach. Whereas swing trading takes there's a lot of moving parts to swing trading, and some mental game stuff that is critical. Watching now, guys, trying to go for the push. Here we go. See if we can break above. Desperately trying, and here we go. I think we can do this. I really do. I'm optimistic. One more push and we got this thing in the bag. 35 points. Longish video. We're 25 minutes already. Even that's with all the pauses in between too. Now, I may cut some of this out for the final, so if it's not actually 25 minutes, that's the reason why I cut some of the middle out where I had muted my microphone and didn't know. We'll see if I need to do that. And here we go again. Remember that rejection we talked about? Those forces? Still in play. Still in play. I'll put you on pause here, guys. Bring you back. Here we go. I feel like it wants to pop here. I'll take you back. Well, let's watch this for a second. Well, I might not need to. Here we go. Here's the final move, guys. Famous last words, right? I probably just jinxed it. One more push. Wow. It's really taking its time. Done. I'll show it to you over here. That's the actual point right there. You see that there? On that point. Nice 35-point trade to add to the last two. That's a nice day. But I had to wait. I had to be very, very choosy today, guys, in the trades. And I've been like that lately because it's been so messy and sloppy. And so being choosy, waiting for the optimal setup before taking trades, and really just created a much higher win rate, first of all, which is nice, but fewer trades. And so there's always that trade-off. But there we go, guys. 35 points. Thanks for being with me. Sorry about the long video. Thanks for your patience, your support. Click that like button if you like it. Comment about what you like, what you'd like to see in some of these videos. Maybe we can make it happen. Thanks again. Take care, guys. Have an amazing night.